rewiring everything that you've already thought you knew about life. So I want you to learn the courage to try versus the fact that we always seem to go with the courage to fail. So take out your phones right now. I want you to look at what your alarm clock says for tomorrow morning, and I want you to change it. So it does not say alarm, but it says something great about what you are going to accomplish tomorrow. And what I want you to do is do this day after day after day. Because we're going to start unlearning and rewiring now. We're going to unlearn our societal standards of beauty and culture because we're going to start being our own best advocate. It does not matter if you are male, female, how you identify. We are unlearning the way that we have done things before. Also, we're going to rewire our brain by starting to, every time you pass yourself in a reflection, I want you to say something good to yourself. I used to work with a woman that used to be like, damn girl, you look good, every time she walked by her reflection. So we're going to do that. And then we're going to unlearn seeking external validation over self-assurance. Guess what? Imposter syndrome does not belong here. You are in your positions because you've earned it. So it's time to start stepping forward and unlearning what we believe. We're going to rewire then by putting a quote on our mirror. And bonus points, do it as a sticky note and then go pass it on to someone else. Maybe somebody you work with, maybe a child, maybe your partner, whatever that looks like. Start rewiring and then change it up. Then we're going to unlearn distracting from our hard feelings. Guess what, guys? It's time that we start processing our emotions. They hit you like a wave. And you only need to listen to a song under 40 beats per minute for 9 minutes to be able to process that. So then we're going to rewire by looking at ourselves in the eye when we brush our teeth. How many of you do that? A lot of people don't even do that. Then I want you to give yourself 3 things that you like about the way you look. You need to be the first person that has your own back. Then we're going to unlearn making yourself small to fit into situations. That doesn't belong here. The world needs your big, beautiful, vibrant soul. So I need you to stop making yourself small for social situations. So then we are going to take it to the next step and rewire. Guess what? Lots of us don't like our bodies. We don't have time for that either. When you're getting dressed, I want you to think of 3 things that you are thankful for your body. I've had a hip surgery, a knee surgery, I've given birth. Man, my body has gotten me to right here, right now. And your body has gotten you to where you are right now. Let's be nicer to that. And then we're gonna unlearn being fine instead of asking for support. Ask people for help. They want to be there for you. And as we focus on mental health and wellness, if we don't ask for it, how are we supposed to know what we need to be able to be better? Then we're going to rewire. Your brain has no room for negativity against yourself. So we're going to start making our mind a beautiful, sunshiny place to be, because you should be in that beautiful, sunshiny place. And then if you are not, that's where we start asking for help. We're going to unlearn ignoring our own boundaries to please other people. You have to be your own best advocate. So put those boundaries in place. And if you don't, someone else will absolutely take those boundaries and walk all over them. So then we're going to rewire by I want you to say no 1 time this week. And then next week, we're going to try and say no again. And you're going to start rewiring your brain by understanding your boundaries to be able to say no. I don't want to go to that event. I don't want to go to Thanksgiving there. Then we're going to unlearn believing that my self-worth depends on productivity. We are all guilty of this. We tend to think that the more we do and the more we do, and we become human doings, not human beings. Then we're going to rewire this by looking when you start to drive and you're pulling out of your driveway, you remind yourself that you've got your own back and you are going to have a great day. Look at yourself, remind yourself, you got this? You wouldn't be here if you weren't. So then we're going to unlearn sacrificing my voice to avoid conflict. Silence is a stance. When people say things that are rude or inaccurate, you being silent serves no one. So we are going to unlearn being silent when we see unjust, improper things happening to people. And then we're going to rewire it by finding our pump-up song. You need a song that is at least 860 beats per minute to get yourself jazzed up. It might be Ace of Base if you are from my era. Could be Sandstorm, Darude, whatever that is. Find your pump-me-up song. Then we're going to unlearn not celebrating my accomplishments because other people have better ones. Meet yourself where you're at. Celebrate those little wins because during some times, those little wins are the ones that matter. And at the end of your day, when your head hits the pillow at night, I want you to think about rewiring your brain by giving yourself an attaboy for one thing that you did today that made yourself proud. Because at the end of your life, that's what's going to matter. Thank you.